Can't stay away.
I'm not the only one.
No, literally, and I drove a half hour away every single time to go see this movie. And because I just remember when I first saw Hardin Scott on screen, I'm like, oh my gosh, who is this guy? Oh my gosh, he's so intense. That's the reason why when I got out to my car afterwards that I had downloaded the first book and started reading in my car. So I was like, I am already captivated. So I think that so the whole the frat room kiss is kind of what people talk about in the fandom, like they wish that they had the kiss because there is a deleted scene, but I'm actually glad that she walked away from him again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the right thing to do because that kept him more interested. She was no nonsense. She didn't, take all of the BS.
Yeah, she's like, nope.
Yeah. Now, what you girls get into the fandom a little bit? I'm kind of jumping around here, but it's just fun to do. How do you girls find out all this stuff? Like, how did you know there was a deleted scene? How did you girls find out stuff? I'm like amazed. Like the FBI.
Well, Steph was there before me. I had loved the books and movies so much, and I just had no idea that these fate to the party. I didn't discover them till last October, right before after Collided came out, the second one after we collided, and I found a girl's fan page, and I was like, what is this? Like, it came on my, Discover page, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is a whole new world. Like, people make these edits, and they love these characters, and I was like, finally, like, people I can talk to about this love, because my parents were like, what is wrong with you? They were like, what are you talking about? So I'm like, I need people to talk to about this. And it was just instant where I found all these girls and women who just love this story as much as I do.
Yeah, you're talking to a couple of them right now. Well, my daughter, she actually read a couple of the books. She said she started to lose interest when they bought Tessa's dad in. So the third book, she started to lose interest. But she said to me the other night, I said, because we also watched To All the Boys I Loved Before. We loved those three movies. We watched those together. And I said, let's watch it after again. She goes, Mom, you're starting to get manic. I'm starting to worry about you. I have to sneak up. Because I keep watching movies over and over. I love it. I have to sneak up and go into my room. I feel like I'm watching porno. Like I can't tell anybody what I'm watching. My husband goes, "You watching that again? Huh, watch it. What are you watching that again for?"
Oh my gosh!
Because everything thinks I'm crazy. But I'm so glad I met you, girl.
Yeah, you found us. Everything's good now.
I know everything's good with the world.
It really is.
Let's get back to the story.
Well, that just shows the power of Hessa and the power of Hero and Joe and what they do to you. And that's what the fandom is here for, so that we can, because we are literally fangirling every single day about these movies and about these books, and then we find people to do it with because, like you said, everyone around us is like, "What's wrong with you?"
And then I love Nicole. We have to give a shout out to Nicole. We love Nicole with the memes.
Yes.
Yes, we have
my girl. Yes, Nicole. Shout out
with her silly memes.
Yes, I love Nicole. She makes the best.
She's hysterical. She's so cool. We love her. Let's talk about some of your favorite scenes. Let's go with the first movie again. How about the bathtub? Wait, let me back up. My favorite scene in the whole movie. I do love the lake scene, of course, but I love the scene where they're dancing at the wedding and then they go home and they have sex for the first time. His face when they were having sex. Did you just want to kill yourself with his eyelashes?
Yeah.
I mean, oh my God. And all the music is perfect. Like the music, the soundtrack, it's amazing how they come up with the perfect songs to go with the perfect, I guess that's their job, to go with the perfect scenes. Like, don't you think that one scene was...
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. What are you saying?
No, I was just saying Anna picked out most of the music in the first movie and the second movie as well. She had a hand in all the music, and the music the music in the second movie is great, but the music in the first movie is just epic. And you're right, it fits every single scene perfectly, and it just heightens the emotion, it heightens the scene so much.
I mean, I mean that when they're getting undressed, the way the part in the song where they're getting undressed. I mean, it was so sexy and so seductive and so lusty, and it just was one of the best love scenes I've ever seen. And it wasn't like it was so explicit.
Right.
Also, you read the book, some of those love scenes are explicit in the book. I mean, there's leaving nothing to the imagination.
Yeah, that's correct. That is correct.
I've said the wedding scene is my favorite, and I've said to one of our best friends, Nikki, we talk about it all the time. The wedding scene is you can't top that wedding scene for me in a movie because it was just so beautifully done. The set, they outdid themselves. It being over the pool, they had a stage over the pool, the lighting, the music, the song "Us" by James Bay. I mean, it was just that scene.
Oh my God,
the looks. Oh my gosh, it was perfection.
And they're running into just the whole thing, just the crescendo of the song as they're getting undressed. And then he's so gentle with her, and it's just kill me now.
You never forget the look on his face when he's coming towards her in that bed. Like that is seared to your mind.
Oh my God. Why isn't real life like that?
Well, that's why everybody always asks, "Where's my heart and Scott?" So
where's my heart and Scott? Exactly. Mhm.
I saw an interview with him, and it was just like a quick thing. And the guy said to him, the interviewer said, "Do you get girls texting you and asking you why you didn't kiss them like that?" And he said, "No, I can't." And he said, "No, it was so cute." He said, "I can honestly say no, they don't."
Yeah, I remember that interview. I remember it perfectly.
I love that interview because when I first saw After, I was convinced that they were dating in real life. So anything I would cling to, anything I would see, I'm like, oh my gosh, they're dating in real life. They're not. P.S. They're not. But she had this look on her face when he was asked that question. I was like, oh my gosh, are they together? Because there's just something between their chemistry that you just can't explain. Their chemistry on screen is out of this world. There's so many romance movies, there's so many love stories, but the chemistry and the electricity that comes off of the screen when they're on together is just crazy to me. And that's what heightens it even more.
But a lot of the critics, when you read the reviews, thought they didn't have chemistry.
Yeah. I don't know what they were watching. It's insane.
No, they weren't watching the same movie.
No, they weren't. Because everybody around them, you hear from the cast or the directors, they all say, Roger made it something. He said he'd never seen that since Ryan and Reese. I mean, they were that's what makes the movies is just the magic between them that they create on screen. It's just out of this world.
But I personally, I didn't watch I probably haven't watched as many interviews as you have. But the few I watched, I wasn't getting the vibe that they were together in real life. I didn't feel like the love chemistry in any of the interviews that I've seen. But of course, I haven't seen probably as many as you girls have. You probably know more than I do.
They are super cute when we actually do get promo of the two of them together. They're
adorable. So
they
cute.
move together. They do the same hand. I mean, they're adorable. They have these cute little looks and stares.
I think they're just cute, adorable friends. That's the vibe.
Yeah.
Both of them are just adorable. So cute. So cute.
Because when they get asked the question about chemistry, they are they always talk about the cast and crew, and everyone's so comfortable, and we know each other. We had rehearsals and stuff like that. Even they can't explain the chemistry that they have together.
No, it's just something you can't make. You can't manufacture.
Right.
It's there or it's not.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, if you watch the interviews, we were all really sad for After We Collided because obviously it's COVID and they had to do all of them over Zoom. But if you watch the after interviews, the first movie, the promo tour, I mean, not even just as friends, them in a room together, they feed off of each other so well. They're really playful. They're really fun. So we just love watching interviews where they're in the same room. So we hope that happens for the upcoming movie. But it's just different when they're in a room together. Just even as friends, they really are just have chemistry in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cute.
And
they're adorable. I mean,
we love it.
He's just the cutest thing, and those eyes, and her, and she's just so sweet. Just a really pretty girl. Yeah, really, really nice. Now, how about the bathtub scene? That was cute too. When he wrote that he loved her on her back.
Yeah.
So good.
So good.
I loved it.
I don't know. It's like they have those that's what makes After the first movie just so great, because they have so many of these like little soft moments that is literally just them. And seeing that come to life, I love the bathtub scene. But my favorite kiss, I wanted to say, is probably my favorite kiss in the whole movie is when they're in. It's the montage right before the wedding, and they're like looking at each other, and he goes in for the kiss, and he holds his hand up to her cheek, and they go in for that very, very sweet kiss right before the wedding. That's my favorite. It's those little moments that they share.
Yeah, yeah. I liked it where it was just like when she was feeding him and his mouth was full of something. You know, they were
right.
It's just so cute.
Fun fact about that, Lisa, is that wasn't in the movie. That was just like Joe and Hero kind of playing around behind the scenes, and they were asking like Jenny Gage, the director, and they were like, should we keep this in the movie? Should we not? And in the end, they were like, yeah, we should keep it in the movie. It's so cute. So they did.
Yep.
What was it? Yep. What was he eating? Was it like baby carrots or something? What was it?
It was grapes.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Josephine said it was romantic. She's like, they are like, couples don't do this, and she's like, yes, they do. It's romantic.
Yeah.
Yeah, being silly, just being, cute. And then, he was so adorable when he was, when he took her to the apartment for the first time, and he's just laying on the bed. He goes, we could live together. Like he didn't come off mean, not one bit. The only time he pissed me off in the first movie was at the very end when, he got texted by Molly. They were all going to meet at Blind Bob's. And she's going, where are you going? He goes, what did he say? What does it matter or something? He was a little frustrated that day. He goes, so what's the problem? Do you trust me? Then what's the problem? That pissed me off. But that's the only time he made me mad in the first movie.
Yeah, they had to bring Book Harden out a little bit. They had to bring Book Harden to it, and that's what they tried so hard to do also with After We Collided, which we did get more of Book Harden, which